Well, good morning, September 26th, Southern Ontario. Case in point, my friend the other day takes his chainsaw, it needs repair. He goes to the local shop, and as the fellow's looking at his saw, he's looking around the shop. He's like, "Wow, Steve, you going out of business? Like, there isn't a saw to be seen in here. There's nothing new on the shelves." And the owner fellow responded. He said, "Well, I can't get anything. Um, you know, they're not importing saws or saw parts. Like chainsaws carry COVID, I suppose, is the thing. Meanwhile, we still have irregular immigrants crossing the borders and flights from around the world landing with documented cases of people carrying COVID as they fly in, but can't get a chainsaw. So, is he going out of business? Slowly. He managed to repair my buddy's saw from existing inventory and used and broken saws he's collected over the years just for such a scenario. But he's slowly being financially strangled. He's keeping the doors open, but that's about it. He's not making a living income. And that's just one example. Lumber prices have tripled, and you see people posting on their local sites all the time. Has anybody got one 2x6? Pressure treated. I got to finish a project. Can't bill the customer till the deck's done, and I'm one board short and can't find it for love or money. Another guy did a big contractual thing, great big landscaping job, real nice gig. They had to travel all over Southern Ontario to get the lumber they needed for this project, and they actually had to change materials. Just simply said to the owner, "We can't finish this using this product, but we can get our hands on that product." And I mean, it's more than evident. If your eyes are open, Trudeau has been working this pandemic from day one. We haven't been operating as a democracy. I know anyone who watches my videos regularly, the few of you, thank you. I'm beleaguering that point. I expound upon it all the time. We haven't had Parliament. He's used the COVID to act as a dictator, literally. We haven't had parliamentary procedure. We have not had democracy in Canada since our haircut at the helm on March 15th or whatever it was said, "Whoa, we have a pandemic." And now, as of today, as of the throne speech, it's a good thing he's at the helm during this unprecedented crisis, which is going to continue till next summer. There's a little address to the nation, if it could be called that. There'll be no Thanksgiving, children, but if you behave, I might let you have Christmas. You go out in the street and look at what's happening. About half of the people, the sheeples, have their masks on, and the other half just hang it on their chin as a token gesture so they don't get beefed by somebody who's got their mask on tight. If I'm in the grocery store, I'm polite about my social distancing for the sake of not wanting to upset other people and get beefed. And you can tell who's got their mask on tight. They want that 6 feet. And the other 50% of the people can give a rat's ass because they've seen through it. They're not buying into this pandemic thing. There was no first wave. Well, Trudeau would claim his measures accounted for that. But the reality of it is, walk around in the streets here in Southern Ontario, go in and out. They got some ridiculous procedures. Getting in the bank, they want you to text your name and your phone number and why you want to enter the bank. And I notice it's about 50-50. The other day I said, "No, I don't have my phone and I'm not interested. I don't want to play." Well, then I have to do it. The girl, she's at the door making sure there's no more than 3 people in there and everybody's apart. And what it really consists of is you all get crammed together in the vestibule, which is closed up, so there's no airflow. Common sense would dictate their procedure actually exacerbates any potential for transmission through contact. And, what's your name? I said, Jim. What's your phone number? 8675309. Okay, that flies. Why do you want to come in the bank? To get more money out than I can get from the automated machine. Like, as if, I felt like saying, it's none of your business. But the point is, the world's functioning out there as if there was no COVID. The province wants, suggesting social circles of 10, and no social circle should overlap. Do you see that happening? How could it happen? Those 10 people, well, they'd all have to work together alone with nobody else. They'd have to not enter the real world, get groceries, go to the bank. And yet, I think that social circle of 10 is Ford's provincial perspective on it all. But again, it goes back to Trudeau. This is working marvelously for him. He's been operating as a dictator. And under the guise of the second wave, well, he's going to continue to. It's working well for him. It's not working well for Canada. It's not working well for the people. Think about where I started this little story with the chainsaw shop guy. Nobody's scared to go in a shop and get his chainsaw fixed with their mask hanging off their chin. But he's being starved. He's being strangled, starved out of business, because it suits Trudeau's agenda to, well, we've got 9 million people out of work. How many of them collecting the CERB? How many are going to get it? See a video I made earlier, but he has no concern or care about the trillions, plural, that we're going in debt, and that the small guys are just literally being starved out of business. When this guy's shop closes, he's on the dole. And that serves Trudeau real well. It doesn't do a damn thing for the rest of us. Well, it does a lot of damage to the rest of us. What's to be done? I don't know. There's still a whole bunch of sheeples out there who are happily sitting back, oblivious, ignorant, and wanting to remain so. And we can't seem to get rid of this clown, can we? And what's it going to look like by next summer, this country? He's borrowing money now, printing money. How long do we do that before hyperinflation devaluates our dollar down to pennies? Wow. And how do we get rid of them? I don't know. Anyways, as always, take care.